women as porcelain dolls or like statues.
It's not possible. The details were never made public.
What are you talking about?
Just some old demons.
We have a copycat on our hands.
People remember the artist for the way he murdered and preserved 6 women.
First, he poisoned them, then arrange and decorate the corpses in lifelike poses. Called them his masterpieces.
That's just
How did you guys end up catching him?
Damn fine detective work done by damn fine detectives, one of whom sitting right beside you.
Ah, T-Bag knows what he's talking about.
I'm not going in
Love
with
Robert.
What do you mean?
The artist is only gonna play ball if we could somehow win his trust. That would be impossible with me in the room, considering our history. He actually took 7 lives. My partner of 15 years. 2 weeks from now, gonna fry. The world will be a better place for it.
The reason for my visit today is because
Regarding the copycat, no doubt.
if you saw some photos of the victims, maybe you would notice something.
He
that
wants to
could
get
help
off
us.
the death row, doesn't he?
Let's cut to the chase. I want my death sentence commuted.
Whatever help I provide is for you and only for you. Do you know if the coroner clipped her wings
Why would that matter?
for her journey to the afterlife?
Fallen angel, cast into hell.
To create a sculpture is to solve a mystery.
By the time I finish, you'll have his exact address.
Finish what?
Sculpting. Sculpting you.
Oh, she's next then.
You realize how crazy you are?
Unreservedly insane.
He struck again.
Come out, wherever you are.
He's playing games with us.
I heard a voice, the Archangel Samael.
Why am I listening to this?
Because it's you, Aaron, who's going to be next.
It's my entire life.
You gotta stop him.
That is truly the stuff of nightmares.
I love a good psychological serial killer thriller. I love those type of films. This film gives me so many different vibes. Mindhunters, it gives me vibes of Silence of the Lambs, Hannibal, Seven. There is so many TV shows and films which are so similar to what this film is basically about. And by the looks of it, I believe Mary, played by Melissa. If you don't know her, she was in films like Diary of a Wimpy Kid. She is in Manifest, a TV series about a plane going missing and returning back, and the people on the plane don't realize that they were missing for 5 years, so they went through a time loop. Great series. I highly recommend you check that out if you haven't seen that before. Obviously, you got Martin Lawrence, who, as you know, Big Mama House, Bad Boys trilogy. Rebound. He's been in a lot of early 90s, late 2000 films, which was part of our childhoods, to be honest. And having a copycat sort of killer. And I don't know if this might be right. Well, on top of my head, there was a serial killer called Anatoly Muskvin, or something like that. He was a serial killer that mummified dead children, and I think he dug up about 25 or 29 children. He dug them up and he converted the bodies into like mummified dolls, and it took him a very long time to catch him, and that's similar to what happens to this serial killer. And obviously you got John Malkovich, who is a legend in the game. And having him as the main serial killer is quite nice as well. And you know that love cat and mouse sort of dynamic you had in Silence of the Lambs between Jodie Foster, Anthony Hopkins. So having that sort of dynamic between Melissa and John Malkovich is quite cool. I like that element, and I guarantee you somehow in the film it's going to be someone close to her that is trying to kill her. That's how these films normally turn out to be. But I don't know if it's going to have a big impact in terms of the storyline like how Seven did. And Seven was such a phenomenal serial killer psychological thriller. It was a great film for what it was. Morgan Freeman, Brad Pitt, and it kind of like set the standard for like serial killer films today. So I'm looking forward to it, but to me it looks a bit cheaply made. But I'm just hoping that's only because that it has a small budget, but has a very strong backstory to it. But yeah, it's cool to see Martin Lawrence coming back for another role, because you haven't seen him in that many films or TV shows since Bad Boys for Life. So it is nice to see him back on the big screen, and it's coming straight to theatre and also on digital on demand. If you liked the trailer, if you liked the reaction, please like, share, subscribe, and comment, and hopefully I get to see you in my next video.